basically this is a video log of where we're up to. This is week 7 now since we started posting videos. We've had 15 videos on, and currently 3,750 subscribers, which is pretty good. Thank you very much. And the first part is really onto the thumbnails. It's a vital part.
But I spoke to someone that has a successful YouTube channel, and they suggested that the text wasn't readable enough. And looking back, that's obvious. So we've made the text more readable. And the other thing they said was the title and the text there's no point having repetition. That makes sense now. So we've stopped that, and they've got to kind of work together to add to each other. So we've checked that and put on screen how we've changed, and we also came up with some AI suggestions.
Just to see what other comparative options might be, and it gave us these ridiculous, hideous ones, which slightly scary. We said these are our thumbnails. What would you recommend? And then those popped up.
But the as you said you have a fraction of a second for someone to decide. So some of the noise, perhaps I like this background, but on a thumbnail, to take out as much noise as possible, take out the background. Just us.
Absolutely. There's also a triggering thing, possibly, right? I mean, we don't know. Do you like books? And we also don't know whether you've got a big bookcase of books at home that you haven't read. I haven't read any of these. We like being here. This is the Hyde Park Book Club, a cafe here in Leeds, but just because we like the ambience of the place. But maybe this is a reminder that if you've got loads of books, you might feel guilty about that.
Not reading them.
There's all sorts of reasons. So maybe just take out potential noise. So we've started to tidy that up a bit. And as I mentioned last time, being a massive data geek, the richness of the data you get it's moment by moment. So as well as the kind of views and the subscribers, the click-through rate is graphed in real time. So we could see that actually we had a pretty poor click-through rate, which is basically if you're shown it on your home screen or on your phone, what's the percentage likelihood that you're going to click on it? And that was sitting at 0.5%. And just with one tweak of getting rid of the books in the background in the last two, that's jumped to between 2 and 5%. And this is all signal, which then mathematically and geekily, which I love, starts building into more association of how you might interact with the video.
And it's peaked at one point at
briefly. I mean, that might be an anomaly. It went over 50% at one point, so don't know what's happening there. But if that continues, I think, having had a quick look online, between 5 to 10% is good. So I think the over 50% is quite an anomaly.
So we've gone up from 0.5% to 5%, which is 500% increase. That's what we want.
It's very, very decent. And somehow you kind of know these things intuitively a bit to begin with, but it's only after you make the mistakes. You have to make them and then look back, and sometimes having someone else tell you from the outside is also very helpful. Because I think we both have suggested both of these things before, but we just didn't listen. It was like, nah, we'll just keep going anyway.
And then the next thing we've got here is we've been doing shorts. Really got onto the shorts game, and we're surprised how much time it takes to do them, aren't we?
They should be shorter, right? But so we had 15 videos, long form videos, and 14 shorts. It's a disproportionate amount of time went into the shorts.
It can be an hour creating a short to summarize everything that you want to summarize in it. You have to watch the whole thing and get the best clips if you're really into it. But we have experimented with some software, which I'll talk about in gear. We have been using Opus that uses some AI to do that, but we've had limited results. We'll talk about that in the gear section.
What's quite handy is if you kind of semi-script it. So we are totally conversational. We're not overscripting anything. A couple of bullet points here, and then we'll try and riff off of that. If you semi-script it a bit, so you know generally which points you're going to land on with the bullet points, then there's more likelihood that Opus is going to pick out a section for you to then use. And I think it was dreams, collapsing the dream.
That's the only video that we've gone, these are great clips. The other ones we ended up editing ourselves.
And that was painful.
It's slow. So yeah, how we do it now is we'll record the video and then go straight into editing the video and make notes for the shorts. The worst thing to me is for that time to be long, so to have to go make shorts like a week later, it's kind of hard to jump back in. So when it's fresh on your mind, that feedback loop just really works, and it also helps us to make the video better. And we can see what to improve.
And I think that fits in. We're kind of iterating around our process. Something that keeps happening is that a lot of this is based around interest and what we feel charmed to talk about. What's come up in life, what's interesting at this point in time. And if you over-engineer something, you're going to lose the charm. So if you're going to we're not going to spend 3 hours on a thumbnail.
No, it has to be easy.
It has to be flow, and that's how we're choosing to do it. Wherever it lands us, at this point in time, we're not willing to do that. We're not willing to agonizingly edit a video down either. It's conversational. We might cut off the front if it's stuttering and lots of ums and ahs. But I think once we get into the flow of things, there's less of those. And we can just keep that going. So keeping that as a kind of principle of how we do it, it's got to be almost quite quick, ready, easily out, and not kind of over-engineered to kill it.
No.
Squeeze the joy out of it.
And I will say that I do have I get into a bit of a flow state with the shorts, and it can be a bit of a doom loop, a bit of a perfection loop, and you're trying to get something narrowed down into something you can't. So I have to watch for that. So that's why I'm lucky to have you to tell me not.
That's another really important point. I mean, this does work. There's no chance I could have done this without you. And the dynamic that we have between us is very unique. Whilst I could have done this with other people, it would definitely be different, even if we're talking about the same stuff. That's because we have known each other for, crikey, 17 years. Wow.
Something like that.
And that makes the difference.
It's and we were talking about this. I was saying, like, if I was younger, I'd probably push more points. I'd have more of an opinion on stuff. But if you have an opinion on something like a thumbnail, I know when to just let's go with that. And not to just sort of argue over stuff. So I'm kind of more easygoing. And if I was younger, I'd probably just causing us loads of hassle.
Yeah, you definitely would. Me too. I think that comes with being old men. That gradually over time you learn to just let go a bit, because and it's normal. That's part of the growth process of being young, isn't it? That you're very determined that this is going to work out exactly the way I think. That takes a couple of decades of learning that's not true.
And there's kind of there's a less striving, not less effort, because we are enjoying putting a lot of time into this, but there's a certain bit of less effort that is making things easier, and that's a bit of a principle throughout, isn't it? We're not forcing anything, we're letting the ideas pop up, almost flow through us, and getting out their way in a way, and it works best like that, I think.
Once you over-engineer it, once you squeeze the joy out of it, it will come across that way, and it's not pleasant for us to do, so it's not sustainable. For the pair of us longer term, if we don't keep this as an enjoyable process. So these kinds of things have been helpful, haven't they, as kind of guides towards how we're going to keep doing it. And it's only 7 weeks in. And I think that the gradual, continual interest, thank you, in terms of what we're seeing with numbers, subs, views, there is a gradual trend of going upwards, and that, because that's consistent over the videos and over the time, it just doesn't feel as though that this is a one-off. It doesn't feel fluky. It almost feels like we're iterating towards something more stable.
Definitely. To me, to put it in a bit of a spiritually kind of way, or a bit out there, I feel like I'm on the flow. All the ideas that I have and we have, and it just feels like they're flowing really nicely now. And talking about the inspiration, I want to chat about how we get ideas, when and where you get ideas, and also the process, like how you note them down, that kind of thing. So what's coming up for you?
It's so weird. On a Wednesday morning, typically, there'll be at some point in the morning where I'll just bombard Chris, because it's usually after a shower. There's something about water, flowing water too, and there's something behind this. I don't know what the weird physics of this are, but flowing water and ideas.
But don't you think you're doing something there, and there's not that much stimulation, so it's like there's a bit of time for the stuff to percolate.
But loads of people get ideas in the shower.
Yes, it's a thing, right?
Around flow, it is a thing.
Yeah.
So around flowing water, maybe it's Wednesdays in particular because you've got through the grunt of Monday and Tuesday sorting stuff out, and you started to ease a bit. But by Wednesday, there'll be just messages, half complete messages to Chris. We're going to do this and this and this.
Yeah.
And luckily now, adding them together, taking a bit of time separately, we're knocking on, made an Excel sheet of 60 plus videos.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so watch out. There's lots coming. I kind of get them also in a time where I'm kind of not doing something, so like meditating, I have to back off from the ideas. So as soon as my mind's a bit quiet, it just starts creating. Or before bed. But also reading a book, I'll highlight something. And my favourite thing is when two separate ideas or two separate books or concepts have an overlapping kind of thing. And I'm not sure if someone's seen that before. I'm sure someone at some point will have thought about this. But when we can bring that slight different angle. Yeah, that's when we're like, I've got to tell Rohit about this.
Yeah. And there's so many themes we keep coming back to. They keep looping around. It's like, in a way, like a core syllabus that we're intuiting our way towards, which is exciting, because even at the beginning we said that it could be that this material this is one way of shaping it. Yeah. And who knows what we might do with it later. Whether we turn it into a theatre musical. Who knows?
I'm down with that.
Go for it. Sorry.
So the other thing I was going to say is the gear.
Yes.
The equipment. A lot of videos talk about their gear, and I am obsessed with them. I buy a lot of gadgets, as you know. But I think for us.
Oh, can I just add at that point before you go into gear? This is another part. If you are considering, obviously, if you've got a long friendship going back years, that's brilliant, and that hopefully should be caught on camera with the ease and the fluidity of just being comfortable to talk about random stuff with each other. But another good pairing is someone who's really into the gear side of thing, and someone who's a data geek.
Yes.
Because you can't abide by data much, not your thing, and I'm more than happy to leave all the gear stuff to you. So please do.
It really works. It's complementary. So I think I could talk a bit about what gear we use, but the best thing for us is we don't really see it. It's not a big part of it. So we've got a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is the camera, and that gives a great wide angle. It's really worked a treat every time. We use the DJI mics, and these have worked fantastic. Sound quality is good, and it just plug in and go. So I don't think we've had any problem apart from when the battery runs out on the handle and the audio cuts out, and then it goes to the camera's sort of onboard mic, and it's not as good, but it's okay. So we don't really see the gear, we just plug in and go, and that's how we want it.
And that fits with the design and the writing and the thumbnails. Just there'll be an inspiration, there'll be a fun idea, keep it fun, and have everything in such a flowy way, including the gear and the process, that you haven't strangled the joy out of it.
No. And sort of running on from that, I'm just editing with iMovie. I've got loads. I've got Premiere Pro, DaVinci I've used, Wondershare. I've tried lots of editors, but if we're keeping it simple, iMovie. It's quick and easy, isn't it? Every time we've done it, it's just worked. So keep with that. And the other thing is Opus, which we mentioned before, which is the software we use to create the shorts. You load in your link to your YouTube video, or you upload your video, and it will cut it down into shorts, portrait, with one of us at the top and one of us at the bottom, and it'll add text. It's been great for that, hasn't it? It's been great for the text. We've already sort of touched on the.
It's ludicrous. The timing for these tools, even 3 to 5 years ago, you just didn't have them. You didn't have them, and how much people must have slogged on YouTube to do that level of editing and get everything precise and get. This is a really good time to do it.
It's a great time,
all the tools make it super, super easy. And the other part of it is the creative voids
Yeah.
If you at all feel like you are creative, oh my God, this is a great hobby.
It is good. It just hits everything. You get to put stuff out there. Each video could be a TED Talk. I mean,
Yeah.
It's not that good, but like, it could be. Could be. So you get to put your idea, work on that. What an inspiration to work on stuff. Knowing it's going to be out there.
Yeah. A nice quick cycle with real-time data to know how you're going, what you could tweak, what you could improve. Yeah. And then there's all the sub-components of it. So there's for example, the thumbnail. Now, considering the intricacies of essentially graphic design and making an advert is right in there. And that's a little sub-bonus. So the visual side of things, the actual planning and scripting and writing, how to take an idea, how to bounce it off, and how much spontaneity you want, how you can plan all of these into a bigger structure, into a bigger narrative.
Yeah.
So, considering how over playlists over time, so we might have some that we started to notice that some ideas are core. So those will go into a core playlist later. But if you don't kind of know these core bits, then the rest of the way we're talking isn't going to make sense.
Yeah.
So, kind of...
Well, it might make sense to the audience more than us, because we have, I think, a lot of our stuff is about new perspectives and challenging sort of ideas. But to the audience, it might be a lot more obvious. We're in that. We're in our way of thinking.
Yes.
So we're really not sure. Not sure. Let us know.
But there's just so many components of it, or things we didn't expect.
Yeah. For me, the best part is that, like with the scripting, a little bit of knowing what you're doing and a little bit of limitations, like it's going to be not too long, it's us talking like this. So you have a bit of a limitation on what you're creating, but not too much. You don't overly script. And I think it's like a lesson for life, is to have trust in yourself and in your conversations and thinking on the spot. And,
Absolutely. And that's another old man realization.
It's liberating.
It comes over time, because that imagination that you get so infatuated with. I've got this perfect plan.
Yeah.
And at the end of the plan, it's going to be like a Hollywood ending. Yeah. Whenever you're walking off into the sunset and all these things. But it's all going to go according to plan.
Yeah. It's never worked. It's never worked for me. I've always got stuck in the details when I've tried that.
Yeah,
it never happened. It never finished.
How could it? Because life and reality get in the way.
Yeah.
And this is why it's so easy just to be much more relaxed about it.
Yeah.
So you've got an idea, you've got a general direction, let it flow,
go for
keep it easy, and then put it out.
Yeah, put it out. Go for it.